towards Talbot and Wash.
We're over here at Pine Ridge Road off of Gallivan Boulevard. Guess to get that kind of, it's the car, as you can see, let me go back to it. See that track mark right there? So allegedly the car hopped this curb right there, came across here. You see all those scuff mark right there? Kind of clipped this area here. Let me put some light to it so you can see what I'm talking about. Hit that little area there. Came up there and ended up into the building. Not too sure how that happened. The person allegedly got out on foot and took off running.
How are you?
I guess I don't know what happened, but they jumped out of the car and took off. They didn't hang around for to share any information. At the same time, we got shots fired.
CC number and the location that we're using for the shots fired.
We got about 3 shots fired on Talbot and Wash right now.
Number 252-032-609.
So he's probably going to the shots fired.
Reported the shell casing at 714 Wash.
Thank you, ma'am.
A lot of stuff going on. Like I said, I don't know how this car got that far over, but somehow it did. Managed to make its way over the medium and then somehow up and over there. You know, that's like waking up to a large crowd, a large bang, right in front of your house. That's crazy. Sign says caution, deaf child, right there. So that's even more concerning. They did call for the tow truck. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for the tow truck to show up. They pulled their car right there. Like, a lot of people don't use better judgment. You ever have a narrow street as it is, but you pull your car to the most narrow spot that you can find and leave your car right there.
660 back on road to 45 Standish 769.
Like, you gotta use better judgment. If there's a cruiser on the opposite side of you, you park your car right there. Like of all the space that we have up here, look guys, all the space you have up there, you park right there. So that car making that turn is gonna have a tough time making.
I have the driver of the vehicle that just returned to the scene. Can I get a PS over here if you can?
They have the driver of the scene that returned. He can't. Obviously, they can't drive too well because they parked right there.
Anyone else off on Wash? I have the 103, 104, 35, 4598.
I guess the driver of the scene returned.
15 received.
I'm not too sure what happened with that.
415 PMP from that report.
So we got a lot of people. We got a lot of non-driving people in the city or state of Massachusetts. You make it most. I think that sign says no parking anyway right there. I'm pretty sure this say no parking. You park your car in the most awkwardest spot of all the other spots. Yeah, it says no stopping anytime.
Good. Took a ride by Tremont.
I don't know.
Lobby area.
I don't know. He's saying the car ran him off the side of the road. You know what that means. Hit the car that's running you off the side of the road. Don't swerve and hit something else that's not there.
Charlie 415.
Because no one's going to believe you if you don't have a dash cam.
415.
Ambulance 12 is en route.
But still, that's a lot of speed, though, to end up over there from over there. I mean, I don't know about what you guys think. His instinct was to swerve, but no brakes, so that doesn't make any sense. So he's saying somebody cut him off the road, coming towards him, so he swerved to oncoming traffic. No brakes applied whatsoever, and he went that far over. That's not gonna look like the supervisor just pulled up. They might have to cite him with reckless endangerment. I mean, that's typically what you do when you get a situation like that. Or leaving the scene of an accident too, you know. I mean, you can make up all you want, but it doesn't explain how you end up in the building. I mean, if the speed limit is 25 and you hit the building almost 100 feet away from the roadway, guys, if you know how to drive, please do not do something like this. Cause that voids your license. It makes me think that you don't really have a license legitly because you're not doing defensive driving. I mean, you see the pathway that he took.
Anyone that can free up and assist fire and EMS over at 2262.Ave for forced entry, 86-year-old male.
I don't know. That doesn't make sense. What he's saying don't add up to what we see.
Glasgow 513 Ocean Park.
Good evening.
I'm more worried about you than anything going on. Yeah, because that's the only part that I
I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't really, you know, anybody that listens to that story is not gonna really. I think more or less he fell asleep behind the wheel than anything else. That's just my understanding of how things happen. I mean,
909 Sun Calvin.
498, can I pull you to assist them over there at 2262 with that forced entry?
Boston Police got a lot of calls going on, so they kind of spread out thin right now.
Ariel.
Alpha 2.
And what's the status of Harry 447?
The code 55.
Harry 907.
7.
Look at the tow truck
You can
now.
clear anybody but the primary off this shot via call.
And I think that's the 445.
Like I said, that car's in a real bad spot. That car should have been moved up at least. Yeah, I would have moved it up. Like, I don't park my car never that close anyway, but I would at least move it 10, 20 feet up.
A black moped, black male, all black with the white stripe down his pants on Talbot towards Dot Ave. We just lost sight of him.
So these guys on these mopeds, I don't know if you guys know that Boston police recovered a firearm early this evening. Gentleman on a moped with a firearm. So a lot of them are presumed to be armed on mopeds with those shiesties on. Every time they see a shiesty person wearing a shiesty, they're assuming that they're armed until proven otherwise. Hey, what's going on, my man? Always on scene, right?
Shookin' and grooving.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Channel 6 on Channel 3, Harry 103 just reported a black male on a black moped with a white stripe down his pants, top towards Dot.
Oh, that's the guy that did the shots fired. That's the same description as the guy that did the shots fired.
In regards to that shots fired.
Wow, so that's that guy there on the moped is the guy that did that's the same shots fired information.
We're not following, but we just observed that moped, Dot Ave, on Drake towards Bruce Street.
Ambulance is gonna check him out. We're gonna monitor that shots fired call. We'll see what's going on with that too. A lot of officers in the area because of that shots fired.
Bruce Street.
Bruce got it. That's in the area.
Busy night for Boston police tonight. Like I said, not too sure how that car jumped, the sidewalk twice and then jumped this sidewalk over here and then went into the actual building itself. Interesting though. Like whatever narrative you say, your insurance company's gonna have to look at you and try to figure that out. You can tell the police one thing, but the insurance company's gonna look at you like, they're gonna scratch their head a few times and say, yeah, okay. And then they're gonna come up with their own decision. They're gonna ask you, where's the car that ran you off the road? If you don't have that information, then it's not gonna help you too well. And then, honestly, they're not gonna go check to see if that really happened either. They're just gonna make their own decision. What's happening?
I was asleep.
Yeah,
you was asleep.
It
woke you up.
Yelling and making noise. They were live streamed or something, so I'm assuming it's like obviously have those units go in there, but it might be just some kids trying to cause trouble.
I don't know how you do something like that.
I'll take one video, but
How
I
long
guess
was
you're
it?
10:38
Area 498, those group of kids are sitting on the corner by the liquor store.
By the liquor store.
Like I said, I don't know how that happened either. That's you ran across quite a few barriers to get over there. Always the hard ones, right?
I don't want to pull my truck in there and get stuck on that.
On the bushes there.
I'm just gonna winch it out.
Yeah, it's probably safer. Cause that's going. Yeah, it's going. Cause it went over with force, so you gotta pull it back with force. Yeah, I don't blame it. I don't want to get my truck stuck in there either. Cause that thing, once it gets under your truck,
112, sorry. That scooter is going up the sidewalk on Fuller Street towards Milton Ave.
so they got an arm. That's very dangerous. Somebody riding a scooter armed with a firearm right up and down the street. Melville Street. He's got blood all over him too. That's not good.
Received.
Seen on Fuller Street.
Fuller Street.
Huh?
Somebody's still on Fuller Street. Received.
Go ahead, sir. We'll make sure she's home.
Yeah, so I didn't want to put him on camera, but he's got a lot of blood all over him too. That's not good. He probably hit the windshield when he
How many times did I
crashed that car. So he went right between that pole. Like if that car was parked there when he went through, he would have hit that car.
Black panty pack and his pants are blue with the white stripes on down the side. Yep, that's the burner. Black male, shiesty with blue pants with the white stripe on the side.
Now if he had the flatbed, you could push the flatbed over that brush, knock it down and pull it out that way. But with the wheel lift, you don't want to take that chance because you got that this piece of shrub that's in the way. So he's probably gonna turn around and back into there.
112, do you have a directional Fuller?
Once he turns around, I'm gonna move out to the side so we can get that tow going.
Milton. Shoot.
Towards Milton.
I don't know.
I could have called ISD to check the building.
You could have inspection services respond here also.
109.
She's calling on the radio, but he can't hear it all. Like I said, it's a good thing. The good thing is that there was nobody 201 wagon. Well, not sure if that's the 201, maybe the 202. But he just turned around. I think they're looking for that guy in the There's a guy that's riding around not too far from here on a moped with a firearm. So we're not too far from like where that action took place. It's not too far away.
Scooter just popped out of the little side street there on Corbett and spun around to Selden. I saw it on the camera. I'm not present. Popped up on Corbett. It did U-turn from Morton up Selden, heading towards Milton Ave.
So Morton's down that way.
Turn up Morton towards Selden, headed towards Milton Ave.
We'll see how this tow comes out. He's probably gonna winch. He said he's gonna winch it out. We'll see the method that he uses to get that out of there, because it's gotta come out one way or another. He's gonna probably turn this truck around and we'll try to get that probably from a different angle.
A local alarm, 9 South Monroe Terrace, Dorchester.
Find out.
3218 Train Street, NR South Monroe Terrace, 2322.
447. 47.
Engine 41, enter known
Do we have an apartment number?
57
Can we get a call there?
Right, engine 41, enter known medical, 957 Commonwealth
14, apartment 114.
I guess you can see the marks. There's no brake marks whatsoever, so it's all just pure straight in. The good thing is there was nobody here when the car did fly over there. You know, based on that speed, you had to be doing about 60 miles an hour. I mean, you crossed over oncoming traffic, went over the curb, off the curb, onto another curb, through some shrubs, and hit the building. That's a pretty good impact. I think he might have blacked out behind the wheel and don't realize it, don't remember. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, and that does happen. Some people do pass out behind the wheel. So she got cameras on the side of her building, so I'm pretty sure she got some good footage of that. They said we'll hang around till he yanks it out of there.
712.
And we'll go from there. Just putting the those recovery hooks on. It makes it easier when you're yanking it, so you don't have to do all the undercarriage stuff.
Victor 712 on a radio check. That suspect's on a scooter. Does the scooter have lights?
Negative.
Yeah, I believe I just had him on Milton Ave. He's over here on one of these side streets.
Okay, so he's gonna back that truck up. Let me reposition myself over here for a bit.
Engine 33, an allergic reaction. 700 Commonwealth Avenue, Boston. Engine 33, an allergic reaction. 700 Commonwealth Avenue, Boston. Nearest box 2313 Commonwealth Avenue, Randy Street, 2325. Wagon. He went down Stockton and took a right on Milton Ave.
Turning southwest. Affirmative. Excellent.
That's it.
Bravo 102. 43 Dearborn Road for domestic. Call 19. His baby mother's acting crazy. Black female named Melissa, 37 years old. White Jeep. Wearing a gray sweatshirt.
That's a pretty hard hit.
Information, that suspect was last seen on foot, turning onto Moulton Ave. That was an officer on foot.
The light is detached with the bumper, but it's still blinking.
Come in from spring. I got 4 to 3. I'll get you.
That's definitely 60 miles an hour. He's not doing 25 for sure. All I gotta say, have fun, explain it to your insurance company. Because they based off the impact, they could tell how fast you were going and the distance you travel. You can't tell them you're doing 30 miles an hour or even 40 doing that kind of damage. Like, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Depending on what happened, you could get charged with reckless endangerment. A lot of people don't want to admit that they have a medical condition because then they can't drive at all. But it's either one or the other, you know. And that's a pretty hard impact. I mean, it's a pretty hard impact. I can't see the damage to the house, but I don't know.
Charlie 415.
Can I just get an I number for the homeowner?
252-032-613.
Thank you so much.
Taking out the 524 Ocean Orr, good morning. Morning. Bravo unit staying for last half. 392 Columbia Road, unit 401 for removal. Bravo 431, sir. You can send it down. 431 received. It's caller wanting a meal party removed from his home. No description provided. 6-5. Checking around, I can say that as well. The 656. 651. 651, have it, send it down.
I'm not too sure he's gonna grab it from the front. It might be easier to grab it from the, well, we'll see. It might be easy to grab it from the front and just take it that way. Because there's so much, I guess, well, You can do it from the back and put the dolly wheels on too. So you get options. You always get options. There's always options in towing. Watch your back. So I think he's gonna grab it from the front because it's easy to do it that way because you don't have to waste your time putting the dollies on, and then just go from there. That's how you can tell. You can tell he's an experienced tow truck driver because he makes it. You always do it the easier way rather than the harder way.
36 Bartlett Street. All priority ones.
Take that rock for next time because somebody took his wheel chalk out of the truck, so he don't have a wheel chalk to chalk it. So he got to use the next best thing.
This is Bravo 2-1. Go on. Start 36 Magnolia. Town transfer possible VNE. Call said she's home alone. It sounds like someone's trying to break in through the upstairs window. She's currently home alone. Go on, guys.
She got an entire bumper like hanging.
Bravo 1-1. Bartlett Street for a family issue. Called upon her brother, Jerome Aronson, assaulted her and then stole her keys. White male, 4'11", 25 years old, wearing a red jacket, has curly black hair. Newport that he left on foot, but Stacy can now hear him yelling nearby.
If you look at the amount of damage on that car, it definitely tells you that he was going greater than 35, 40, even greater than 50, you know. I'm thinking 60, maybe more. Because look at the how it's pushed in over the wheel. The engine's pretty much shifted. I don't know if you guys can see all that, but that's a pretty hard hit. Like I said, the good thing is that there was no pedestrians on the sidewalk, because that could be very tragic if there's any pedestrians on the sidewalk. So how does the mayor plan to slow down cars from speeding? She done spent over, I don't know, $2-3 million on speed bumps, and cars still speed. So I don't know if that's going to solve the issue.
Ladder 17, a lockout. 21 Melrose Street, Boston. Ladder 17, a lockout. 21 Melrose Street.
So that's pretty much it for that. They're going to take that up out of there. A little debris on the ground, nothing major. Young lady has some damaged shrubs over here. The building looks like it's non-structural damage, but looks like it's non-structural. It looks like it's all cosmetic. You guys probably can't see it, but it doesn't look like anything major. I'll put the light on it real quick so you can kind of see. It's not structural. It's just cosmetic. But speed doesn't help. I'm gonna head up out of here, guys. Hopefully everybody be safe out there. I don't know. A lot of non-driving people, guys. You just gotta be careful and watch everything now. Just watch people in general. Be safe. Catch you guys in the next one.